Hey guys, I'm back. It is Sunday, day before Labor Day. I had a great opportunity, well, two great opportunities kind of coming together to make what I hope is a good video. Recently, I was approached by a representative from this company, Shanghai Direct. They've got a store on Amazon. They make a variety of products, and they asked if I'd be interested in getting some samples to test on the channel. Now, I promised you guys I would always tell you if somebody was supplying me with a product to test as opposed to me spending my own money on it. So they asked me if I'd be interested, and they said, please go check out our Amazon store and tell us if there's anything that looks good. So I gave them kind of I picked out 4 things, because they have a whole bunch of stuff. Not all of it is like outdoors related, like light bulbs and all sorts of things. And I said, yeah, any of these 4 items looks like, you know, might fit into my channel. And they said, cool, we'll send you all 4. I am going to make a separate video for each one of them, but rolling into tomorrow is Labor Day, and I'm going to be spending 9-10 hours in front of my smoker before I have some people come over for some fun, some fellowship, and some delicious smoked meats. I said this is a perfect opportunity to start testing the first of the items and taking a look at it, which is this pruning saw. Having all these wonderful fruit trees on the property here in Florida, I like to take some of the fresh plum tree and pear tree, and I like to mix that in with my hickory and everything, you know, wood blocks and chips for the smoker. It's a really kind of nice mix of flavors. So since I had to come out and cut a couple branches off anyway, the poor old plum tree that we abuse for every chopping video, I figured I'm gonna take this Shanghai pruning saw out here and let's take a look at it. We'll also compare it to another saw that came in the Battle Box Woodsman box from way back when and see how that compares, because the suggested price on this is a lot higher than the suggested price on this. So let's take a look at what we've got. Packaging, not too impressive, but you know, usages and benefits. All right, so you've got packaging in several different languages. It's got a warranty on it, which is pretty cool. So what does that tell me? It tells me that they have some faith in this product, that they've put some decent engineering into it, that they feel like they can offer you a warranty. To me, if a company offers you a warranty, it's one of 2 things. Either they know for a fact it's going to blow up in your face, or they're convinced it's not going to, so, you know, it's like their way of telling you, we believe that this thing is going to last. I don't know, we'll see. Well, this thing is very, very light. It's all plastic, locks in place, so I'm not saying the little kids couldn't get it out, because how hard would it be for them to figure out to press that down. See the thickness there? Let's compare it to this Wicked Tree Gear. I guess it's about the same thickness. I thought the Wicked Tree Gear was a little thicker. The Wicked Tree Gear feels a little more solid. It's got an aluminum frame with those rubberized handles. This has plastic, but you know, the weight is different there. Other than that, though, it looks like you get a slightly longer blade from Shanghai, but it's probably not too different. The cutting teeth look almost exactly the same. It's just the length of the blade that's a little bit different. And it's really, the cutting surface wise, what do you got, about 1/2 inch difference there? So balance feels pretty good. Kind of want to have a fake lightsaber fight with this right now. It's actually, do I have it zoomed all the way out? I do. I want to keep it all in frame. It actually feels really good balance-wise. A little uncomfortable where the rubber meets the plastic there. There's a little bit of jaggedness, but you know what? I could probably fix that with some, I don't know, 240 grit sandpaper really easily, and that will not be a problem. Metal liners in there for where all the mechanics come together, so that's cool. I've seen some brands where they'll just put the steel blade right up against the plastic and just kind of let that rub away, but that's nice. The handle's a pretty good size, you know, no matter what size your hand is, no matter whether you're wearing gloves or not, it is pretty comfortable. One thing that I don't like, and I'll point it out, is when you can kind of squeeze that a little bit. Now, of course, it's plastic. I like the fact that on the metal you can't. It's very solid. You can really squeeze to get a good grip and it doesn't move, but that would be like my one complaint so far. That's odd. All right, so if you press the button and start folding it, it's gonna lock part of the way. I don't know why it does that. Does it do it when it opens too? Yeah, it does. That's very interesting. I'm not sure why that's a thing, but I mean, solid lock, holds it very securely in place. Why are we wasting our time playing with that? Let's go ahead, let's go straight to the tree. So we're gonna work on this branch right here, and let me adjust the camera slightly so we can see that. We're going to take this whole branch down with us and cut it into smaller chunks to throw in the smoker as it goes. So let's just get started. You know what? I'm not going to edit this. We're going to leave it in real time. So this is probably about 1.5 inches or 2 inches around. And let's just see how long it takes. Starting now. Not bad. That was 19 seconds. 19 seconds of cutting to get that branch down. And quality of the cut is pretty good. It's really smooth, clean cut. Then the tree kind of toppled, or the branch toppled, and then, you know, we had to cut as it was kind of hanging down there. It's pretty good. Let's get ourselves another little chunk of this branch off. Yeah, this actually, it goes in real easy, and it seems to want to gum up just a little bit within the first few seconds, but then it just starts to cut pretty easily right through. Having a little bit of trouble now, and it might be the angle. Blade gets pretty hot. Definitely not as easy as it was to cut it off the tree in the first place. Well, that took a little bit more effort. You know, when in doubt, just use brute force. But you can still see it's a very clean cut right through that branch. Let's see if the Wicked Tree Gear cuts any easier on the same angle through this. It did, but you know what? We also didn't use it already once to cut the limb down from the tree itself. So a little bit easier cutting through there, but I don't know. What is that big mark there? You know, I didn't get that ugly mark with the Shine High. I guess it's only fair to do one more cut, which I need to do anyway because I got to cut this thing into little bits. Interesting. All right, so this is a very effective saw. It is, and I like it. It's comfortable. It's actually more comfortable to cut with than this one, but the Wicked Tree Gear did seem to go through the wood a little bit easier than the Shine High. However, the money difference, I don't know, you got to ask yourself, is that worth it? Just because I had some trouble doesn't mean you're going to have trouble. I don't know what the deal was with that particular section of the branch. I'll give it one more try. This is the most unscientific test. All my tests are very unscientific, but you know. No, having the same issues. It's a little tougher to get through. So let's take a look at the difference in the teeth. You can see it's hard to tell because there's tree gumming up the works. The Wicked Tree Gear teeth, do you see how they're just offset slightly wider than the Shine High? So I guess, you know, you get a little bit more, hang on, let me get that to focus. You're getting just a little bit more of that rugged cutting action there than you do with the Shine High. So that's probably, I'm not a saw guy, I'm not an expert. My theory as to why it's easier to cut. It's easier, but it's still effective. You know, it still works. So I guess what you got to do is ask yourself, if it still works, you just got to use a little more effort. Are you more concerned with the money spent or the, you know, extra little bit of time cutting with it? I don't know. That's entirely up to you guys. Everybody's got their own priorities. You got to figure out what it is. This is, like I said, it is a much more comfortable handle. I like the handle feel. And I like cutting with this one. This one cuts a little bit more easily is all. It's a nice solid saw, I will give it that. I just wish that the teeth on this one kind of matched up to the teeth on this one to make it an easier cut. But that's really it. I've got a big branch to cut, and then I've got to go in the front yard and I've got to cut some pear tree, which is slightly harder wood, but I wish I had smell-o-vision. This smells, it has that delicious plum smell. I wish I could invite you guys all over. We've got a ton of pork and beef and turkey. And ribs, it's gonna be delicious. This is the first of 4 Shine High products we'll be reviewing. The Shine High Folding Pruning Saw. Decent value, not the best out there. Honestly, it's not. But again, if your goal, if your priority is budget, it's something to look into. So of course, I'll put the Amazon product link in the video description below. You guys can check that out if you want. I will get going cutting up the rest of this wood to get ready for the smoker tomorrow so I can have it drying out in the hot Florida sun in the early morning until the next time, which will probably be tomorrow. I appreciate you guys, and I'll be back again real soon.